come here and smile, but at halftime I wasn't sure. That's a good team. I knew coming into the game they went to Georgia and won. They went to George Washington and won, so I knew they would come in here confident that it could steal a win. I thought our guys did a nice job. We're making a lot of subtle mistakes. We didn't really, I guess, give Perry the respect he really deserves. As a coach, we're telling him how good this kid is, but until he gets out there, you don't know it. And he's getting 12 points at half, and everybody else has 3 or 4 or 5, and we just didn't do a good job. And I thought our players did a much better job in the second half of guarding him, making him work harder, kind of trying to fatigue him, and obviously the foul trouble helped us in that regards. And I just thought our defense kept turning it up, and we finally, were able to get the stops we needed. And I thought we played much better in transition today. We got a lot of baskets in transition as well.
Was it a case of the urgency or whatever finally kicking in when it needed to?
Well, I think it was a little of that, and I think it was a little bit of me just putting the right combinations out there that really knew what we wanted to do offensively and defensively and execute. We've still got some guys that are learning. Moose is his first time out, and he was kind of antsy, and he wasn't really getting into the flow and letting the game come to him. And I thought, kind of Zach and the big fella got out there, got some rebounds, just got working on his footwork. But we just needed to kind of get a good group out there that knew what we were doing and execute. And we started doing that better in the second half. And Rudd had one of his best games, I thought, especially rebounding the ball, and he had a nice stretch offensively as well. And I thought Collins did a nice job when he needed to take over and really make some nice plays. So, it's a good second half for us. Hopefully our guys are understanding that we can't take anybody lightly. There's some good basketball teams out here.
Stan, you had called a timeout, I want to say, right on the 17-minute mark, like before the first media timeout. Was that just a momentum timeout, just to slow things down? Or?
Well, we came out of the gate, and they were beating us down the floor. And I'm thinking to myself, man, we must be out of shape. And that's all we talked about. Say, we're out of shape. I'm going to run the heck out of you guys so we get back in shape. That's my fault. And it seemed like after that we got back in better shape. So I guess we didn't have to worry about that.
Talk about the effort of Martino Brock. I mean, that kind of stuff doesn't show up on the score sheet, but I mean, there was a stretch of 3 possessions in a row. Actually, there might have been 2 on the same possession, but in the second half where he was dying for those balls. Talk about what that does for your team.
Yeah, he gave us great energy, and I'm asking him to kind of do what Hugh Robertson did last year. Is, guard that other team's best player and just hawk him and wear him down and make it tough for him. And I'm hoping he'll relish that role and at the same time be a threat offensively. And I think his stats don't show it, but as you mentioned, some of those diving on the floors or getting a deflection or a steal, those are huge plays. And I was proud to see him do that. And I thought that was a good boost for him to play those kind of minutes without Sean Noriega out there and really be effective for us out there in the court.
What's the status of Sean and over Javante?
Yeah. Sean has a stress fracture. He's got a foot injury, and we're going to reevaluate. He took X-rays, and we're going to reevaluate it after Christmas and see if it's improved, and then kind of make some decisions for theirs. But he's going to be out till after Christmas, and we'll have a better idea once we come back of how much it's healed up or if it hasn't. Javante's having back problems, and he's been practicing a little bit on and off, but practicing with it sometimes, and so we're going to kind of hold him out and kind of see where he is health-wise as well.
Was there anything on Sean that happened, or just a degenerative thing? Or?
He was complaining about it, and he would complain. He said, well, it's kind of bothered me like this before, and he kept playing on it. And then after our Oklahoma State game, we got X-rays just to check on it to see where it was, and that's when we found out what was going on.